Oh yeah, Buckaroo, you definitely want this thing cleaning your house. I mean, just look at its eyes. Have you seen such a thing just as this adorable? It definitely doesn't want to kill you and just strangle you to death in your sleep. Yeah. Have you seen that Will Smith movie, I Robot, which was a dystopian world which robots take over and stuff like that? I swear to God, mark my word, if this thing comes out, it is going to do that. Like, I do not understand what's humanity's just desire to make a humanoid robot that looks so freaking creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Even though they want to make it less creepy, like without giving it a mouth or ears or stuff like that. But at the same time, that makes it even more creepy. Like, dude, cannot we just abandon the idea of a humanoid robot? Like, we can make way more things just really intelligent and we're just focus on making a humanoid one. I think you have probably seen this robot by now. It has been on the internet for a few days, like on Twitter, on YouTube, and the whole schmick is that this robot can actually clean your house, do your chores, or for example, or I don't know, like answer the door or make your dinner, or for example, I don't know, wash your dishes, and all for the small price of $20,000. Now, I know there are a lot of people in this world which would rather give $20,000 than clean their own dishes. I'm not gonna judge. I mean, each person has their own problems. I'm not going to judge. But, like, not being able to just do this is a little bit sad. Or, for example, let's just say, Alexa, open my door. Like, why does it have to be a humanoid robot? Okay, you might say I'm just a hater. Fine, fine. But the interesting thing is that everything that they have been advertising on their site, on their videos, yeah, those are basically not true. Like, this guy is not just going to just come in your house and start doing everything by itself. In a video that they showcased, they actually were remote controlling this robot by someone else. Like, someone was physically controlling it. Like, there was a guy which had a headset and he was just controlling the robot. And even then, the robot couldn't even close a freaking dishwasher. So basically, the way that they're advertising it is really not true because they haven't even developed the AI that the robot is going to need to actually work. And with even all of that, they're now accepting pre-order. So it's not like you're going to be able to just order it right now. It's all like a pre-order thing. Basically a Kickstarter, you could say, but with different names like pre-order. And they showed that you can actually customize it like with different colors. And fun fact for those of you who don't actually have $20,000 to spend on a humanoid robot, you can just pay a small fee of $500 a month. Yeah, just pennies. Like, it's nothing. Like, if you don't have $500 a month, or for example, $20,000 to pay for a robot to do your dishes, then boy, if you poor, just say so. Like Marcus Brownlee actually said in his video, like by the time that they actually develop this thing's AI, like by the time that they just start shipping him out, the things that he will be able to do will be just things of the past. I mean, dude, just look at this guy trying to close a dishwasher. Like, Jesus Christ, I am not comfortable. Even if I had the money, I am not comfortable with the robots that is in this kind of state to just roam around my house and do everything that it wants. Like, I'm not surprised, mark my word, if at some point people start getting this thing into their houses, if let's just say if it's real and they're really going to ship it out, I swear to God, we're going to hear stories and news articles about the fact that this thing started doing some major damages to people's houses, like setting fires, or for example, breaking stuff, or for example, just doing a shit ton of damage to the houses. Like, mark my word, that is going to happen. Like, dude, I do not understand what their obsession with this whole humanoid robot thing is. Like, dude, instead of trying to make stuff like this, just why don't they try to make like smart houses? I know they're already doing that by some standards, but can't you just, like, for example, instead of making a giant robot to do your dishes, can you make like a contraption that, like, for example, you're sitting at a table, you're eating your lovely meal, and after you're done with your meal, for example, all the dirty like dishes and stuff like that just goes down in a contraption and then goes all the way to your dishwasher. They get cleaned. After that, another contraption comes in, picks them up, puts them all neatly in their places in the drawer or stuff like that. Now, don't tell me that is not more better than a giant wiggly robot just trying to, I don't know, like, pick stuff up and go to the dishwasher and do the dishes. Or for example, as I said, instead of the robot going to the door to actually open the door, you can just say, I don't know, like, Alexa, open the door. Or for example, hey Google, open the door. Listen, you get the gist. My point is that we do not need to make smart humanoid robots. We just need to make our houses smarter. Instead of like dumping this amount of resource into something that's probably going to flop really hard. Like, this is genuinely a really wrong direction. For example, if we want to make a really smart future for our lives, we need to come out of the whole like humanoid thing, because humans have limits, okay? Like, as I said, do you think that contraption actually washes the dishes faster, or this robot, or for example, a human? We need to automate our houses, okay? Where each thing basically does its own thing. Now, mark my word, as I said, when this thing turns out to be a scam, I swear to God, I am there to actually report on it. And if it doesn't turn out to be a scam, I still believe that this thing is not going to be that useful in any type of scenario. Like, you could say, like, for the elderly and people with disabilities that cannot really, do their own stuff. But at the same time, if the robot actually malfunctions, who's going to fix it? Or for example, I don't know, the robot starts a fire by accident. Like, who's going to be there to actually fix the whole situation? So I would say the only person that I can see would actually order this is someone who's just so extremely dumb that they don't know what to do with their money. Like, you can literally order a maid for way less, who does way better job in the work around the house, and it's less likely to actually cause a fire hazard. Yeah. Now, do you think this is actually a good idea, or am I just spilling nonsense? Just tell me in the comments, what do you think about this? And if you like the video, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, that stuff. I really appreciate it. But as I said, if this thing turns out to be a scam, you could see my ass giggling around here. That's about it. Bye!